Hey everyone. Hello, hello. Um, hello. Welcome to Small Family, Small Budgets. And hi y'all. So I did something wrong. I did the whole Mylar bags and oxygen absorbers wrong. It didn't come out the way it was supposed to. I looked on the chart for the oxygen absorbers and I was supposed to put two in there. I only put the one in there. And so I didn't suck all the air out because one was not enough. So, because the dates are still good out, this batch, I'm just going to be like, I'll use it until the dates are good. Which everything's good until 2022, at least until June of 2022. The flour's good until June of 2022. Um, Pasta's good until 2023, 2024. Rice is good until 2023. So as long as I use it up before those dates, it's fine. When I get enough stock up again between different months of hauls or whatnot, I'll try it again. But I'm not going to cut off and redo it all and waste the Mylar bags. Oxygen absorbers are basically a waste no matter what, but I'm not going to waste the Mylar bags by cutting them open and stuff. So the dates are still good. They're still pretty much safe. They just don't have the air taken out, which air would have gotten to them anyways if they would have just stayed in my regular pantry upstairs. Um, so they have the protection of the 5-gallon bucket, the bag itself, the plastic bag they're in. So I think that'll be fine. So oopsie. So let me show you guys what I did, what happened, or my results that didn't work, and all that. All right, y'all. So this is what I'm doing. Those buckets came from Walmart, from the bigger town Walmart, tell you the truth. There's two of them. They come with their frosting. I just asked for empty ones. My bigger town did not charge me. If I got it in my town, they would have charged me $1. I went in there expecting to pay $1 because my town does that. Well, my town 15 minutes away versus the one that's almost 40 minutes away. So I was expecting to pay $1 a piece. So they're frosting. Some people say their Walmarts refuse to even give it to them because they have to send them back in their district to refill the frosting. I don't know. Double check your Walmarts to see if you can get free or $1 5-gallon buckets because I don't want to go to Home Depot and pay $5 for a $5 bucket. So, especially when I don't even have a Home Depot around here. I think the closest Home Depot is 40 or 50 miles away from me. I don't have a Lowe's around here. The closest, I have a Menards. That's it. That's all I got. And my Menards has been wiped out of almost anything close to a 5-gallon food grade bucket. Just to let you know. So I have 3 boxes of different kinds of pasta. I have shells, rigatoni, whatever you call that, and the little, we call that bow tie, but it's fanfel. We always call it bow tie though in our house. Hey, they weren't doing it for me. Well, they probably were, but they don't want you, so hush. So I substitute teach, and occasionally I'll have high schoolers beat at my house. It's a whole hole there. Anyway, so I have this 2-pound. This is my oldest. This is staying out. My 2-pound that I bought this week is going in here. This is my 5-pound. I'm gonna break it up into 3. So like I'm gonna put that in a baggie, and I'm gonna put that in a baggie, and then bag it up. And then I have this flour that I'm going to bag half in one bag and half in another, because when I fill up my container, only like I end up having about that much of the bag still in on my cabinet because my container doesn't fit it. So there is my daughter's hair straightener that I'm borrowing for this project. Here is my Mylar bags. There's 60 Mylar bags here that I bought. I think I paid $20 or $25 for it. And they came with oxygen absorbers. These are 300 cc oxygen absorbers. This is the first time I've ever done this. So what I'm going to do is I'm doing my pasta and my rice and putting it in there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bag them up in sandwich baggies. I think these are quart. I want to do them in sandwich baggies so that way I can kind of like do half a box and some rice. Well, the rice can go in the quart size bag, but the pasta I want to do half and half or whatever. And then put them in the Mylar bags. I'm not opening the oxygen absorbers until I'm all ready because I got to heat up that. And then they're all going in the bucket. And then the bucket lid is going on top as tight as I can and going downstairs in my basement. And that's what I'm doing. And then while I'm doing all that, I'm going to write down, because these are like not seeable, I'm going to write down on the bottom pasta, what kind, and then the date I'm sealing it. So then that way when I do this again, I can pull out the oldest pasta or the oldest rice or the oldest flour when I need to restock my cabinets. And that's what I'm using first. So I'm rotating. I'm still going to rotate. But this way I have more room in my cupboards for the canned items, because I really don't want the canned items downstairs in the basement because it's wet and I don't want to buy a whole bunch of what's it called? There, don't worry about it. So for this Mylar bag, it's got flour in it. I just did a heated side just to see if my straightener was hot enough, and it is. It sealed it. So I'm going to put oxygen absorbers for all of them, and then heat, sit there and heat all of them to close them. The straightener's in my bathroom, so I'm just going to show them when they're done because I'm not taking you into my bathroom. Y'all don't need that. And then I'm going to, so I'm going to put these in, one in each one. My son's like, I want to be in the picture. And then they say to wait 24 hours to see, make sure that they wrinkle up and get all the heat off before you take them downstairs in the basement. So I'm going to put them in the breezeway and then double check them tomorrow. And then what's left of this, I'm going to put paper on this one and seal this one back up, whatever I don't use. That way it's still good to go. So that way I can save these. All right, I'll be back with you. All right, so I got them all closed with the heat. Okay, and I did write on the bottom what's in them. So like the white flour had to use by what it was because I put them in the bag. And the rice, I just put what the day is that I packaged it. And the reason I did that was because rice lasts way long time, whereas flour doesn't last as long. So I wanted to make sure I knew when the flour is used by date. So I'll use the rice faster than what it would be need to be used up by. Whereas the rice, I want to know when I need to use it up because rice doesn't last as long. At least that I know of. If I'm wrong, put it on in the comments. I'm new to this. Do your own research. This is not for long-term stock up for me. This is just so that I could store it downstairs in my basement because that's all I have. That is my pantry. That's all I got. I have no other room. So I have a very small house. I wanted to put a pantry downstairs. And for me to do that, this is how I'm going to put dry goods downstairs in a wet basement. So this is why I'm doing it. It's not for long-term stock up. Granted, the dry stuff is good for 2 years. Some of it is 2024. Like the rice is 2024 date. The pasta is 2024 date. But the flour is only good until 2022. The pasta and the rice were dated out to 2023 and 2024. So I only put the date I bagged it because it's so far dated out that I know it's good for a while. But the flour was only dated for 22. So I made sure I put the use by date for the flour because it doesn't last as long. And I halved the bags. The reason why is because half a bag only usually fits in my container up in my cupboard. And that way I can only pick one up from downstairs, put it in my container, and I know that that's what I'm going to do. I am going to try to reuse the Mylar bags I just cut right underneath my seal and wash it out. I'll throw the oxygen absorber away. And then I will reuse the Mylar bag. And then just put it lower down so that way I can reseal it. So that way with the heat. My goodness, it's not staying where I want it to go. So this is just, like I said, this is just my first time doing it. We'll see how it goes. It's not for long-term storage. It's just so I can have a pantry downstairs in the basement. I got 2 of these buckets, so I'm going to put all the flour in one. So I have 4 of them. There's 1, 2. That's rice. That's rice. Pasta. Flour. I'm putting flour all in one. I will check tomorrow to find out if the oxygen absorbers work. They should. If not, I'll have to reseal the edges. And make sure, double check. And I'm just gonna put these in the breezeway for now. And double check tomorrow. And voila. I have 2 buckets. I can put more flour in here. There's enough for at least another 2 bags for flour. If they actually shrink down as much as I think they're going to, I could probably put another 2 bags. 2 full-size bags divided up into 4 in there. But that's what I'm doing just so I can have a pantry downstairs. And I'm going to write on the buckets right here. Pasta / rice. And flour in this one. And I have one with sugar already downstairs that has brown sugar and regular sugar in it. So this is just, that gets it out of my cupboard. That's right here, except for like a box. I think I have a box. I have the rest of these in here. I have the rest of this rice plus the other 2 pound that I said I was keeping. I have this penne that I left out. I have the couple of these rice sides left that won't go in a box anyways. I have this mini penne. So I have a couple different in here already in my little pantry that's upstairs. So this is just another thing. And I try to make the pasta have like 3 different kinds of pasta so we're not tired of the same pasta. That's why I was half boxing. I was putting half a box in each bag so that way I could divide up the boxes for meals and stuff. So I was kind of like menu planning at the same time. Not really menu planning, but just dividing them up for meals. So it's not as bad. But that's what I was doing. All right. Those are walnuts. Don't mind me. My son is playing golf with walnuts because we live next to a ravine and he's already put like 2 or 3 golf balls down the ravine. And I said no more. So we've been getting walnuts from his grandmother's farm house. She don't have a farm, but from her house. And he's been using those as balls. You know, we use what we can use. I'm in the garage right now because I didn't want to go downstairs and take it downstairs before I checked on them. But, so, here we go. See, it's supposed to be, see how that bag is? It's supposed to be like all squeezed together. This is flour. Yeah, this is flour. It's supposed to be all squeezed together. Oh my goodness, I can't hold anything. It's supposed to be all squeezed together and like be really tight with all the air taken out. But it didn't do that because I didn't put enough oxygen absorbers in it. Lesson learned. I am not going to take these apart and try again. Like I said, this dated out to June 22. I'll just use these before June 22 put the bucket lid on really tight and put these downstairs in the basement. And my next set, I'll just remember to put 2 of the oxygen absorbers in the bag, and we'll go from there. Um, do more research as I go. I obviously didn't do enough. I know I need to get a pickle bucket opener because this is going to be hard to open later, but it is what it is. I'd rather it be safe downstairs. And there we go. All right. So, yep, blender all. It didn't work. I'm learning. It happens. This tile. That's why this tile is things not to do with Mylar bags. um, and I did some more research and realized I needed 2 in the bag. If you guys can see my garden, there's my 2 buckets. My garden. Just had to point that out, So it's raining. I just figured it was a better backdrop than like a wall. So hit the likes button, subscribe if you haven't, and share so everyone can see how badly I don't follow directions or look up and research stuff before I try. Y'all, life happens. See y'all later. Bye bye now. So I made sure I put 2022 on the pasta. Or not. Oh wow, I cannot talk. And my son irritated me. So the flour's good until June until